All right, so this next lesson is going to be over constructing scatter plots. So in the last lesson, we had to identify trends and correlations. So in addition to that, we're now going to be making predictions, and we would have to actually plot the points ourselves. So taking a look, excuse me. So taking a look at this, we have a table with temperature and water. So the top row is typically going to be your x values, and the second one is going to be your y values. So this is going to be temperature. And over here is going to be water, the y. So this is y-axis, this is the x-axis. And so this 63.4 and this 83.22, those are the same as coordinate pairs. So it's the same thing as saying 63, 4. So 63 is your x, 4 is your y. So you would do that for each one, and you're going to plot them. So 63.4, so 63 is about right here. So go over to the right 63, and then up 4. This graph isn't too precise, but just for these reasons, you can just estimate. So 83.22, about like that. 78.20. Then we have 92.8. 92 is here. Let's move it there. 72.14. 68.8. And then 86.30. About right there. Okay, so already we can kind of see there's a upward trend. We do have, excuse me again, we do have one out here to the side, which is called an outlier. So an outlier is a set of data points that deviate away a rest from the other data. So this one's kind of off to the side, so that one we consider an outlier. What's called an outlier. All right, so the data shows a blank trend, so it's going up, so we can say upward trend. Therefore, the data represents a blank correlation. So upward trend means that as temperature increases, as y increases, y increases. So as temperature increases, water increases. So we'll say it is a positive correlation. As the temperature blank, the bottles of water sold blanks. That's what we just said. So as the temperature increases, the bottles of water sold increase as well. So when you have two increases, that means a positive correlation. All right, so now it says estimate the number of water bottles sold when the temperature is 96. All right, so 96 is about right here. So it wants us to estimate where the dot is going to be at 96. So where the coordinate is going to be on this line. And how you do that is you use your patty paper. If you don't have patty paper, you're just going to have to kind of estimate. And what you're doing is you have a straight line on the patty paper. What you're going to do is you're going to try to find a middle ground. So you're not connecting the dots, but you're trying to find where the middle of the line is. So I would say the middle of the line is about right here, about like this. Or even you could say about like this. That means about right here. We estimate that 96 is going to be about right here. So anywhere between, so over 36. So it'd be about 36 or over 36. So anywhere between 36 to 40. So about around there. Let's take a look at the second one. All right, X and Y. So same thing. This is temperature. This is bowls. Let's go ahead and plot these. So we get 3250, 4038, 4528, 6015. So already we can kind of tell, looks like there's going to be a downward trend. 68.5. There, 30, then 8. Looks like we have an outlier. This is our outlier, looks like. 35.42. Right there, and then 53.24. Okay, yep, so we have a downward trend. So downward trend. Therefore, the data represents a blank correlation. So it's going to be, this time it's going to be a negative correlation. Whenever you have a downward trend, you have a negative correlation. So as the temperature increases, so the temperature is increasing as it goes along. You look at the data, so we go from 25 to 75, so that's increasing. So as the temperature increases, what's happening to the y-axis? The bowls of soup they're going down. So on here, going down, it's decreasing. So as your x values increase, your y values are decreasing. That's a negative correlation. Then it says estimate the temperature when the number of bowls is 50. So it wants us to estimate where that dot is going to land somewhere on here. So we'll get our patty paper, find in the middle somewhere. So it looks like it's about right here. I'm going to transfer that here. So it looks like a little bit over 24. So probably about 25 or 26. Probably just say about 25 bowls. So that's the estimation. All right, so on the practice, so the table represents the relationship between the number of hours working out, number of hours working out. So this is hours working out. So that's our x and y. And what is y? And total weight loss. So total weight loss in pounds. It's going to be our y. All right, so same thing. We're going to plot these. So we get 1.5, then 1. So 1.5, 1. And then 2. To the right, 2, up to 1.5. To the right, 3, up 2. To the right, 4.5, up 2. Yeah, up 2. And then you get 6, 2.5. And then 7, 3. So already we can kind of see there is a positive trend. So the data shows a upward, it's going up, so upward trend. Therefore, the data represents a blank correlation, so it's positive. If you have an upward trend, you have a positive correlation or association. As the hours working out, blank, the total weight loss, blank. So as the total number of working hours increases, so from 1 to 9, that's increasing. Total weight loss, it's going up, so it's going this way, so that's increases as well. When you have 2 increases, you have a positive and upward trend. All right, so it says estimate the number of pounds lost if you worked out for 10 hours. So we're going to estimate for 10 hours. So that means 10 is right here. We want to find out where the dot is going to land, the coordinate point is going to land on this line right here. So it's going to be somewhere up in this general area. We're going to get our patty paper with a straight line. Find a middle ground, about right there. Remember, we're not connecting dots, we're just finding right in the middle. So I would say about right here. It would come right here. Oops. So it looks like at 10 hours, this is hours, at 10 hours it is at 4 pounds. So this would be 4 pounds. All right, and then it says estimate the number of hours worked if you lost 4 pounds. So that's what we just found. So 4 pounds, it would be 10. We have to work out for 10 hours. So if we work out for 10 hours, we estimate that we'll lose 4 pounds.